All right, welcome back. Bud Light's parent company revealing in an earnings call they're down nearly $400 million in revenue following their controversial campaign with transgender influencer Dylan Mulvaney. Didn't exactly work out. Now the company's marketing research finds consumers want the brand to get back to basics, telling Bud Light to, quote, focus on beer and platforms they love like football, Folds of Honor, and music. Here with his take is Mosaic advertising owner Tim Cramer. Tim, good morning to you.
Great for being. Thanks for having me, Steve. Sorry.
You bet. You know, when you look at, so Bud Light has lost a bunch of customers, and now we looked at and we see that Coors Light and Miller Lite up 50% over Bud Light. Obviously, people are voting when they go to the cold case. You know what? I'm not going to take that super blue can this time. I'm going to take something from the Rockies.
Yeah, it's amazing what's happened and how the American people have spoken. They've spoken with their wallets, the most important thing that they can speak with. And they've told these companies, in particular InBev, Anheuser-Busch, and Bud Light, that this is the wrong path. To me, we've seen this coming for years. We stopped working with liberal woke companies starting back in 2009. And by 2014, we had, in fact, on our website, we started saying we only work with conservative brands because we saw where this was going, and we saw it as a loser back in 2009. I don't see how they get out of this.
And I understand you told one of our producers yesterday in the pre-interview that you said it's also interesting to note how many companies now are cutting their DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion, given what happened to InBev, Bud Light.
Right. It's interesting. We're seeing one of the first casualties of the new economy, the Bidenomics, are these diversity and equity and inclusion. We call them the deadheads, DED, diversity, equity. We drop off the inclusion, but we call them deadheads because everything that they touch, Trump says it best, I think, is that, well, it turns to crap. And that's what we're seeing here. I mean, think about this. It cost Anheuser-Busch, it cost InBev $27 billion in market cap and a $400 million loss in real revenue to realize that people just want to drink their beer without a debate. Yeah. They want to be able to drink it wherever they go, and they want to they do not want to have a message shoved down their throat, literally. Sure. And that's what they're doing with this. It's not really a boycott. I think they've left. I think they're done.
Yeah, and you know, in the future, and this is the last question for you, Tim. You know, people remember. People, you know, I'm not saying people hold a grudge, but people remember what happened.
I think they're tired of all of it. Yeah. That's what we're seeing across the board. What's happened in the last 6 to 7 years, and in particular the last 3 years, I think that people are done. And the way that they can speak is if they can't go to the streets and rant and rave in the streets, then they'll do it with their pocketbook, they'll do it with their wallet, and that's exactly what they've done here. Tim Cramer, all this talking about beer, 5 o'clock can't come fast enough, just saying. It's 5 o'clock somewhere, Steve. You know what? You're right. I got to wait till the commercial. Tim, thank you. All right. I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.